It is rather unfortunate that I have to tell you this, but there is no honor in other martial arts systems. In boxing, we see people with their flags representing their ethnicity and their nation. Cain Velasquez, had his brown pride tattoo, okay, in the UFC fighting. What most people don't consider is martial arts is actually worse and not better than boxing when it comes to racism. Boxing is sort of the designated Negro avenue to a large extent, whereas martial arts is seen as part of spiritual systems, Buddhism, etc., Shinto, and black people are dehumanized by the way it is done. They are labeled subhuman animals, non-spiritual beings that need the white man's spiritual guidance, quote unquote, which is a big theme in the eugenic movement, okay, because it touched on sexual immorality, it touched on criminality, and diseases and things related to lifestyles that certainly have everything to do with Christian, with religion in a predominantly Christian nation. There is no honor in martial arts. When you send your child to train martial arts, you are sending them to learn Western culture and to kind of defend themselves against the people that they have disenfranchised, that they contribute to their them being marginalized. Okay, they're contributing to their disempowerment, their disenfranchisement, their poverty, their unfortunate social state. You're teaching them to be ignorant and to downplay socioeconomic ideas and concepts, obvious geopolitical truths such as neo-colonialism, the comprador elite, the kind of token bitches that help them oppress and rob and exploit these people. You're teaching them Western ideas such as communism is evil through and through. Not that it contains some truths, and capitalism contains some truths, and these people are basically all scumbags who downplay where they're wrong. Okay? Yes, the workforce is exploited. It's insane not to see it that way. Yes, these people are cocky. Yes, it is despicable for women to be hypergamous when these are the oppressors who keep them and their people and the world down, who put their nose up at people. No, it is not a coincidence that the races that are the richest are seen as the best martial artists in popular culture. Again, I tell you, no, it is not a coincidence that the big three race, the white, the Jew, and the Asian, are seen as the best martial artists. You see the rise of Krav Maga. We see people that look like Jews. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Scott Adkins, seen as the handsome martial arts heroes in movies. No, it's not a coincidence that there's the white martial art heroes, Steven Seagal, these blonde pretty boys, and so on and so forth, action heroes and what have you, Dolph Lundgren, etc. Okay, this is not a coincidence. Okay, you're an idiot if you think that the richest, most dishonorable of peoples just happen to be the best. Bruce Lee himself was from an elite family. No, it is not a coincidence. Yes, it is disgraceful. Yes, if you put yourself in a system dominated by corporate elitists that claims to be an honorable system, religious, a movement, a social movement, a political movement, a mental health movement, okay, especially martial arts. Martial arts represents the most honorable ideas in society. When they are being misrepresented by beta male elitists, there is no honor in it. For you to send your kid to a martial arts school is basically like saying, hey, go learn to be a Satanist. Okay, these people are not honorable. These people do not stand with me. They do not tell their daughters, I refuse to let you see that rich kids, anymore. They tell them, I refuse to let you see those heroes. Just like Tupac said, shoot a nigga, he's a hero. Okay, what is he referring to? He wasn't referring to people like Pac. Pac was just kind of touching on these politics and these principles that have been propounded and explored by African martial artists for generations, going back to the cult of Ra in Africa and the leopard society, the leopard being the Ka, the spirit of the leopard being called the cat of Heliopolis by the worldly people. And the leopard roamed sub-Saharan Africa. They sought to replace the falcon and the animals that were more African with European ones like the sparrowhawk when the Ptolemies came in the foreign period and during the Khan Su, right, running and shooting arrows. which are examples of they're really sports, right? Archery and running is a sport compared to spirit, okay? There is no honor in these ideas. We see when people in boxing, right? Do I need to explain to you that people in sports tend to idolize and emulate people who are the same race as they are? Samoan football players, Samoan people. Black basketball players, black people. White basketball players, white people. Generally speaking, certainly there's some overlap, obviously. Okay, look at Mayweather versus Conor McLeod, or whatever. Excuse me, Conor. The Irish guy, whatever the fuck his name was. Okay, what we see is the Irish community came together to support him, and they were very bitter when he lost. Generally speaking, right? Very few of them were supporting Mayweather. Okay, this is the nature of sports. And martial arts is like a sport, and it upholds white supremacy, as we have American Taekwondo, American versions of martial arts, karate. We have white people transitioning to being the instructors, and this isn't some kind of heartfelt event. This is them going out of their way to say, hey, you better play ball with us, or you will be thrown out of this country, so to speak. And we see that this is used to win the admiration of women, who women see as honorable. Who helps them maintain their image is part of who they, has everything to do with who they did. Okay? It is impossible for an honorable man to look at how martial arts truly works, to study it carefully, scientifically, religiously, okay? To study it with a great deal of insight and understanding, and to not see that it is dishonorable and despicable. It is impossible for people to examine the races in a society that has taught you to do just that, and to miss the fact that black people are the most coordinated and athletic race. It is impossible. There's very basic ideas we must consider. Do black people commonly do martial arts? No. The sports that people commonly do, such as basketball and football, who's the most coordinated athletic people? Obviously black people. It's stupid not to see it that way. White people typically are the quarterbacks, the linemen. Do they do those cool little maneuvers? It has to do with body structure, lateral movement, okay, movement of the spine, okay, coordination, agility, dexterity, the same problem they had facing the capoeiras. I can't go over this enough. So I felt the need on my way out to make one last video that I explore why it's dishonorable to partake in martial arts. Now, some people might say, hey, you're ruining this for us. Ruining what for you? Your ability to feel okay in a very evil, demonic society? Your ability to teach your kids to be the sexual playthings of organized crime, gangs, white-collar criminals who more often than not directly answer to organized crime? Most people don't understand what gang members have understood since they were little kids. That corporate people and corporations tend to have connections with organized crime, and they leverage these connections to win women. It is stupid not to see it this way. Whether it is maintaining their financial security, the sustainability of their company. Okay, why do 9 out of 10 small businesses fail? Because they're not in the pockets of organized crime. Most people are too fucking stupid to see it that way. Gang members, it's painfully obvious. When they clash with another gang, who's helping them out and why? It becomes painfully obvious how the cops help them out, how corporations help them out, how they're ethnic-based gangs, right? Why are these mafias divided by race, right? Russian mafia, okay? Irish mafia. Why are they divided? Albanians. Why are they divided by race? Mexican mafia. Why is the prison segregated? You're a fucking idiot if you don't see it. You're an idiot if you don't connect martial arts to fighting, street fighting, okay? Prison fighting, right? Street Fighter 2. Who's more street than gang members, okay? You're a fucking moron if you don't see that. You're an idiot if you don't grasp the true reason why blacks are the most divided group in prison. You are out of touch with reality. I've seen this since I was a child. I've had more honor than people who are perceived to be the most honorable people in society when I was a wannabe gang member when I was like 10 years old. Okay? Wake up. And I cannot urge women enough to submit themselves to me. I represent the true martial art order, the only one who has truly proven himself to be the top martial artist, the only one really in vying to be that. Show me one other controlled person who seeks to place himself as the top martial artist. And on top of that, I have proven definitively that my royal background is based on martial arts continuity of the most competitive group of people on the planet, the Nigerians who ultimately gave you Ali. They gave you Michael Jordan. They gave you Kobe Bryant and Mike Tyson and so on and so forth. Okay, these people are of Nigerian descent. One way or another, they mixed. Nigerians were one of the biggest groups of people. Like 80% of the slaves or something came from Nigeria. They came to America. They mixed with the Angolans and the other groups of Africans to give you the most athletic people in this country. You're an idiot if you don't understand the deeper significance of somebody from the martial arts royal family who became the royal family through martial arts specifically, not through white privilege, not through cheating people, not through crony capitalism, not through illusion like in Europe, but through martial arts. You're an idiot if you don't think you should first look to me. You're an idiot if you don't think that they should have been challenging me, not vice versa. And I offered them $100,000 at one point. They slowed down my videos. They did everything to throw me off balance, even messing up the balance of my shoes. Even with the clothes and how it restricts the movement. They did everything to throw me off balance. And they failed. With all these obstacles, the Igbo top martial artist still emerged. You're an idiot if you do not see it that way. For thousands of years, my family has dominated the most aggressive, violent, and most capable warriors on the planet to emerge as the royal family. There is no other way to look at it. The most populated country in Africa, the heart of Africa, where the leopard roams, the ka or the cat of Heliopolis. Strategy, speed, and physical contact. When you have spearheads this big, what happens when you outmaneuver a guy and stab him and sink your spear with the spirit of God into the hippo fat fuck? Does he live?